Meanwhile, in a recent interview with NBC Sports Bay Area, Steve Kerr talked about what it'll be like coaching Kevin Durant again when the two team up at this year's Summer Olympics in Tokyo. And Kerr had some very high praise for KD. Listen to this.
He's the most talented basketball player on earth, if not of all time, honestly. He's just so gifted.
You played with Michael Jordan, and
I know,
KD
I know.
is right
I think
there.
he's more gifted. I really do. I mean, that's saying something, but Kevin is a different, entirely different breed. I mean, 6'11", with guard skills, unlimited three-point range. It's just stunning. And watching him this year was really, really gratifying.
So is it blasphemous or is it true? Or is it both? Let's get to the bottom of that. Vince, Carter, P.J., and no one's more excited to get into this than Marcus Spears is today. But Vince, I'll give you the first crack. If Steve Kerr said Kevin Durant is more gifted than Michael Jordan, is he right?
So I'm going to start by saying this. When I heard it without seeing the video, I was a little rattled. And but he's not saying Kevin Durant's the greatest player of all time. He's saying he's more gifted. And I agree with that. And here's why I say that. I think Kevin Durant, being 6'11", can get to where he wants to get to. And if you particularly happen to stand in front of him and guard him, he can still shoot over you. You know, and not like Michael Jordan couldn't do that. Don't get me wrong, but he has a gift. He's athletic. He can do whatever you wish to do as a fan or a basketball player. 6'11" talent, can pass. 6'11" talent can jump, can dunk. Whatever you want, I say nothing wrong with it.
Okay, so that's one vote for more gifted. Let me go to P.J. next. Marcus, I'm coming to you, I promise. But P.J., you coached Durant at the beginning of his career. You coached against him, obviously, Michael, all those years. Is Durant more gifted?
Yes, he is. And Steve started the comment by saying 6'11". That's the biggest difference. The size he does these things. At 6'11", by the way, and look at those arms. He's not 6'11". He's like over 7 feet. So trying to guard him is ridiculous. Probably a better shooter right now than MJ ever was. And MJ improved significantly. And that's a great point, how much both of these guys improved during their time. I'd love to hear Vince talk about what it was like, because he kind of caught Michael in one of his two years away deal when Vince first came in. But Vince played with him at Carolina in the summer. No school has their guys come back and play more than, so Vince probably played at him when he was special. I just think what Steve is saying, and don't forget, Steve won 2 championships playing with MJ and coaching with KD. His perspective is great. He's very intelligent. He doesn't make crazy statements. I'm on board with him.
Okay, that's 2 people Michael Jordan will not be speaking to anytime particularly soon. Marcus Spears, how about you?
Yeah, I want to hear this.
And initially my response to this question was nah. And then I thought about it just like VC did and just like Coach PJ. And yeah, it's true, man. And that's the thing that I was screaming about LeBron James as well. Gifted means God-given ability when people are talking about certain dudes and certain attributes. And to that point, being 6'11" is unguardable, especially when you're skilled. We saw KD turn around and shoot a turnaround almost three-pointer over P.J. Tucker like he wasn't even there. These dudes are in the NBA. He's coming off of an Achilles tear and went every minute just now in playoff games and put almost 50 on the board. I don't think, look, we've heard guys say he's the most prolific scorer. He's the greatest scorer of all time in this league. KD's most impressive feat to me is the way that he can handle the ball and get his shot off. Like, I watched Dirk when I was with the Dallas Cowboys, and Dirk was a very fundamental player. He was 7 foot, so he could shoot over anybody, and the way his jump shot was, it was almost impossible to block. But KD being able to beat people off the dribble and actually lose you in space at 6'11", I don't think people realize how hard that is with how long his extremities are for him to be able to create space like he does when he's playing one-on-one basketball. So, yeah, he's the most gifted NBA player ever, I believe.
Go ahead, Vince.
Swagger, that's the point. That's the point I want to say is, you know, not only is his ball handling tight, it's a lot of arms. When he goes for that right to left to right crossover, that's a lot of arm right there. And your handle has to be tight. Yeah. And he can snap that back quickly. He can get it around his back. He can give you the hesitation to a crossover, to a snatchback, whatever he wants to do. And it's tight. Like, look at that. He keeps it low. It's not high where guys like P.J. Tucker tried to get into him. He still could not get to him. He has it on the string.
So I guess there's a part of me that wants to ask the question, is the only gift we're talking about on the offensive side of the ball? Because Kevin Durant has improved tremendously as a defender and has become a good defender. But I would argue that at his apex, Michael Jordan was the best defensive player in the NBA. PJ, does that not matter for something?
There's no question, but KD is dramatically improved. Steve in that interview talks about what he does blocking shots now at the rim. KD was, I didn't look at today's stats, but third in block shots in the playoffs, and he was top 6 in steals. He went from being an okay defender when he came in because it wasn't something that was his focus. He had to overcome Rick Barnes' coaching and my coaching, so it took a little while for him to get there. Right now, he's a focused defender. He is one of the better defenders in the league. Now, MJ, forget about it. When he wanted to lock somebody up, he was the best.
All right, quick, go ahead, Marcus. I see you shaking your head vigorously. I'll give you the final 30 seconds. Go.
Coach P.J., don't let Greeny do that. Greeny know damn well what we talking about. Ain't nobody talking about no damn defense. We talking about offense. We just came off a segment where we talked about Trae Young scoring 48 points, and ain't nobody bring up how many steals he had or how many dudes he cut off from getting to the basket. He got damn well what we were talking about. We talking about offense. Anytime we talk about the greatest players, we talk about offense, everybody. So just get that right. Gee, get out of here with some damn defense. That wasn't what Steve Kerr was talking about.
That is coming from a former NFL defensive tackle, by the way. Okay. Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.